It's me again, the Puzzle Master, and I'm helping you to put the pieces together. In this video, I want to talk about your virtual profile. I bet you didn't even know that you had one. So, let's take some questions from the audience.
What is a virtual profile?
Okay, well, a virtual profile, if you will, is if you could imagine any areas that have audio or some kind of microphone. Also keep in mind that a speaker is actually the exact same make as a microphone. All it actually takes is a little teeny chip about that big inside the machine to allow it to also go the opposite way. Bet you didn't know that, but it's true. Any microphone could become a mic. So any microphone you buy could be a mic. And any mic you could buy, oh my god, it could be a microphone. That's not what I meant, but there's a lot of mics out there that can record audio from us, including, not just on our computers and when we're at work, because when we're at work, some of that is also on surveillance as well. All of which is connected into this intricate grid of, like, good fucking luck figuring it out, basically. But through the Edward Snowden's recent revelations of our tracking of cell phones, monitoring of cell phone conversations, the logging and permanent logging, meaning like it's still there, of text messages, and I would even go as deep to say, or as truthful to say, that it's our audio. A huge computer complex, like imagine Google times Hitler, okay? And but with X amount of money, meaning X is whatever they want it to be. And it doesn't, so they can basically create and generate anything of technological ability that they're able to create. And it's all used in our disadvantage. And they want to catalog certain conversations and certain key words like New World Order. Let's use all the keywords. Let's see if this video gets no views, like 0 views or something, because I'll try to use, and like all the whistleblowers. Did you know that Obama, maybe that's another keyword, Obama has had more laws put in place now to go against whistleblowers, meaning like if they want to cry against, and if you even look up the definition of a whistleblower, the definition of a whistleblower is like someone who blows the whistle on something wrong that is occurring, but that isn't being brought to the surface. They're blowing the whistle. That's why they're a whistleblower, hence the expression.
Well, gee, Billy, that's very interesting, but who has one of these profiles?
Every single human being that has ever come in contact with a microphone.
Or a speaker?
Or a speaker, maybe. Who knows? It's a crazy world out there, and if you look up on Google, you can find some crazy patents. Not that they've ever used any of these technologies, but there's like over hundreds of remote mind-altering effects where they can actually like whisper into your mind. Not that they have ever used any of these patents, they're just patented for no reason. Did that answer your question?
That did, thank you very much. Now, who looks at these profiles? What do they use them for?
Who looks at these profiles? You will never know. I will never know. And neither will he. But what do they use them for? Well, because they own all of the mainstream medias when it comes to our newspapers, our magazines, even TV shows. I'm not just referring to the news. I'm even referring to little skits, things that they're going to incorporate to television to make it a little more likable, maybe even more relatable, because they will use things that, well, if they're able to catalog everybody, well, they're going to know what the general consensus of stupidity is. And so if you want to have a sausage right in front of your face and being led down a cliff, or to a cliff, I should say, they know just how to do it because you're telling them how to do it.
But what if one day I want to say something in private without it being on my profile? How do I go about doing that?
Well, I'd highly recommend to build a time machine and go back before any of this technology existed, because as of now, even with law, because Edward Snowden, a whistleblower who's like in jail and being prosecuted for revealing terrorist secrets.
He's actually being protected in Russia right now.
Oh, he's being protected in Russia?
But if he ever sets foot in the United States again, he will be sent to jail immediately.
Yeah, so what he said.
Well, gee, that's...
Yeah, so build a time machine because it's pretty much become so deeply enrooted in our society, and our society having this root as a base is built upon it. We actually need that root of corruption to function because they're the ones that are making the decisions. Like, can you imagine the kind of proper things that would be on television and the magazine covers in a world that wasn't corrupt and just based on sex and drugs?
Don't
imagine.
forget rock and roll.
And don't forget rock and roll, because that was actually one of their keys in the door, so to speak, back in the day when Christianity and stuff, or at least belief patterns that were not necessarily the best belief patterns. I'm not going all Christianity on you there, but I'm saying that at least certain belief patterns like that had a mental wall to some vanity issues and sexual propaganda bullshit things that people like the Kardashians. I bet you never heard of them, eh? Because, not on every single magazine, is it? Pfft. Smart people who run the world want smart people to be on the magazines. That way we emulate them. That was sarcasm, because they're putting retarded idiots on our magazines and want us to be just like them. So, you're doing a good job. Props. Props to you retards out there. Mwah. And later.